Hey guys, it's Coco Tarot back again with another message. We're just going to get right into it and see what you guys need to know right now. I hope everyone is doing well. So, messages for the collective. What does the collective need to know right now? What are they going through? Thank you so much. 3 cards for the collective. 3 cards. Okay. We got the 4 of Swords, the Justice, and the 6 of Wands. Okay. Well, first things first, traffic is going crazy outside. You guys could live somewhere where there's a lot of traffic, or there could be a lot of traffic in your life. You could be very busy right now. But with this Justice and the 6 of Wands, that feels so good. The 6 of Wands is about community and public recognition and being someone that other people can rely on, a leader. It's being a part of something. And the Justice is, as we know, it's justice. It's things happening with a sense of equality or feeling like there is a just cause or a just reason for something. This 4 of Swords sitting in the center, it's telling me that you are having a period of rest before you enter back into the world, like this full force, or before you blow up even. Some of you guys are about to get, or you already have received in small increments and it's growing, recognition for something or praise for something. This could be a project, something at work. It could be a creative outlet, but people are seeing your strength in something. They're seeing you as a leader of some sorts, but not just your typical leader who leads someone into battle or into war. This is the kind of leader who leads by example or leads by the way that you live your life. You have a lot inside of you that other people look up to or other people admire. Very admirable. You could be a very just person or someone who advocates for others, people who don't have as much. You could do a lot for instance, if someone was being bullied, I see you as the type of person to defend that person, and put them up on this horse and be like, yeah, don't bully this person. You know what I mean? You really help others or come in defense for others. There's so much traffic outside. There's a lot of traffic in your life or a lot of busy moments. But with this 4 of Swords, I'm also seeing this as someone who has kind of been hidden away from people. This gem, this crystal of a person who the divine kind of hid away, even though this person or you was always meant to be seen. You were always meant to be seen by people or be a part of some community. This could even be a group of friends or a group of like-minded people. But while the divine stowed you away, I feel as if you gained a lot of knowledge with these swords here, or it was purposeful. There's something very purposeful about your life or who you are or how things have happened to you. Can we get some more for the collective? Thank you so much. Okay, we got 3 more. Got the 7 of Swords and the Hangman. This is kind of funny, actually. With the Hangman and the 7 of Swords, although you are this very interesting person or someone who has a lot to offer, a lot of talents to show, I feel as if you could be very dramatic or the type of person who, while you were hidden away, you felt almost this betrayal from the universe, or you're like, why aren't people recognizing my efforts or seeing my talents, or why am I so talented but I never get to show it? It's this feeling of you having a lot of shadow aspects, but those aspects actually being what makes you so talented or puts energy into your talent. It does have this energy of, for instance, a celebrity who people think are perfect, but on the contrary, they're the farthest thing from perfect. But that imperfection is what brought them to the top or made them who they are. And I'm not saying that you were a celebrity. Maybe you are, but it has this feeling of you possessing so many talents and so many things that are admirable. But at the same time, you could struggle with seeing these things within yourself. They come so naturally to you that it's hard for you to be impressed by yourself the way that other people are impressed by you. So there is a need to really put the dramatics aside, or put aside this, you could laugh easily, cry easily, be a little naive, a little gullible, and that's fine. But there is this feeling of believing in your talents and understanding that you are who you say you are, even if you have some faults or some things that you deal with. We all have flaws, you know what I mean? We got the Three of Wands and the Three of Pentacles. Yeah, you guys could be working together with someone, or just involve yourself with a group of people. It could only be one or two people, but I see you really melding with other energies, and this bringing justice to everyone. And by justice, I mean creativity or inspiration, or something that a common group of people could get together on. For some of you guys, you could have been thinking about doing a podcast or having conversations with people, hosting something. I do see you melding well with other energies, and this could be a good time to reach out to people, or if you have ideas, to bounce them off other people, talk about, different things. That's why we also got the Six of Wands. This energy, it could feel a little bit incomplete to you because maybe you haven't found your soul tribe yet, or you haven't found, your niche, but I feel as if it's coming, whether you embark on it or it just shows up at your door. You understand what I mean? You're meant to meld with other energies. And while you're in this Four of Swords cooking right now, getting ready to, be born or be seen, I'm hearing debut, the word debut. Before you debut, there could be other people that are cooking and ready to debut that you're supposed to meld with, you know what I mean? Something like that. Very beautiful. Can we get some more for the collective? Thank you so much. Five of Cups. You could have some melancholy attributes, or be someone who's a little emo or sad. That could be a part of your personality, or maybe you suffer from a little depression. I do see you really focusing on what you don't have as opposed to what you do. It's almost like these two cups being full are way stronger than if these three cups were full. Kind of crying over spilled milk. But like I said earlier, it's very purposeful. It's almost as if the divine has you turning your back to look over here and cry over the spilled milk. You could cry very easily, or cry at commercials or something, while they sit here and etch out this beautiful destiny for you that's coming in. And you could feel very upside down, or, like, whoa, but it's all purposeful. Even you being in your melancholy, being sad, or, being hard on yourself, it's almost so you can't see what's coming, because what's coming is absolutely beautiful, and it's really going to make you feel a strength in your efforts, or like your efforts weren't for naught. Clarify this for the collective. Yeah, the Two of Wands. Get some more. Clarify this Two of Wands. The Fool. This is interesting. For you, things could feel not so peaceful right now, or they could just feel upside down. You could be embarking on a new beginning you did not see yourself going to, something that you feel as if you would have never chosen, but this is the path that you're on. The Hangman and the Fool in reverse, to me, it is really just being caught up in the Fae, or being caught up in there could be fairies assisting you. I don't know why I said caught up in the Fae, but it's almost as if you are just being dragged through something, but it's purposeful. This message has come up before in other readings, but it's dragging you into a new beginning you would have never conceived for yourself. You're desperately trying to plan for the future, or trying to plan for something, or make plans, but it's almost as if the divine has other plans for you. You're making plans, but they already made you plans. They already have reservations set for you. Very interesting. And we have the Hierophant at the bottom of the deck. Whew. The Hierophant and the Devil. Wow. Very interesting, guys. Very interesting. So with the Hierophant and the Devil, some of you guys have a dream. Whether it's to be a singer, or be a writer, or be an actress, or be an influencer, or be a banker, whatever your dream is, it's a part of something that has corruption in it. So you wanting to be a musician really bad and writing all these songs and putting out music and wondering, why can't I get a record deal, or why can't I get these managers or people to notice me? But it's God protecting you from a corrupt system and realigning you into a place where you're just making music and someone isn't using you or trying to corrupt you. There's a sense of morality here that is being preserved for you. It's almost as if you're going to do music, but it's not going to be what you think. Or whatever your dream is, you're going to be doing that, but it's going to be in a way that's different than you thought. Possibly an untraditional way. And with the devil card here, it could feel for you like a betrayal, or like, why, isn't this happening for me? But it's not happening to redirect you into something that's going to make you feel more at peace and not like you sold your soul. For example, signing a contract that has bad terms, or, selling your art and not making any profit off of it, but somebody else does. It's something like that where this what you want to do is in direct confliction with your morals, because the space that you want to enter is a corrupt space. Very interesting. That's why your new beginning is in reverse. Yeah, and you have the star here. You're meant to do things in a different way. When I said earlier that you invoke inspiration in people, that inspiration, it comes straight from the divine, whether you do something creative or not, if you just do something off the cuff. And with the devil and the star here, it's almost as if you're too pure for this space, or your inspiration is not supposed to inflict brainwashing on people. It's supposed to actually inspire them to do something better or to learn something different. It's the feeling of you having high faith or being in this spiritual place where you're not allowed to eat from the devil's table. Even the devil is like, this isn't for you. Even if you tried to make a deal, it wouldn't work out because it's not for you. You are not written in that book. You're written in a different book. And it could be hard to accept that, or hard to be like, well, I would like to change that industry. You're meant to change it, but not like change that industry. You're meant to change your life by doing something different. This has independent energy, so you doing things independently without, like self-employment, or not having, not saying no investors or anything, but almost you having to do things on your own. And that could be a longer, harder path, but it's more rewarding because your soul is still intact. You were never meant to, make this deal. And you could be upset about it. Like I said, you cry very easily. I don't know who you are. You cry very easily, but it's a beautiful thing. It means you have a conscience. It means that you have morals. It means that you're not willing to sell yourself short or sell yourself to the highest bidder. Your energy is priceless. There's no price tag that, can be put on divine inspiration. We're going to get into another deck. Clarify this energy for the collective. Thank you so much. Clarify this energy, this reading for the collective. Thank you so much. We got the Death. The Hierophant again, and the Star again. Wow, guys. Your faith is very important right now. And it's allowing you to conceptualize something completely different than what you used to dream. It's almost like your dream on steroids. And with the Six of Wands that came out earlier, I feel as if you're going to be able to build a community, maybe in a place you never thought of, or in a way you never thought of. Your reach won't just be influencing the masses, it'll be touching specific people for a reason. You're becoming the blueprint. You're changing something for sure, but it's going to be in a way that's different than what you expect. And I do feel as if when you come into this space or come into your own, there's going to be a lot of people that want to emulate what you're doing. or wanting to change up the way they do things into a way that you do things, whether it's the way you dress, the way you speak, the way you do your art, the way you count your numbers, whatever it is, it's going to inspire people and on a subconscious level. There's also this message of this is why God hasn't put you in certain spaces, because there could be people who could maliciously take from you spiritually, almost trying to mimic your essence or mimic who you are. You're very influential, whoever is watching this. You have an influence that speaks to people. It almost speaks to their soul. And there's just certain spaces where you're not allowed in because I feel as if it would be dangerous for your spirit. Can we get some more? A lot of major arcana here as well. Get the Justice again. And it's just repeating this. This is wild, guys. I almost don't even know how to put it into words. The Death, the Star, the Justice, the Hierophant. You're meant to change the way that people do a certain thing. And God hiding you out for a little bit or not letting your talents be showcased is protection. Protection of your energy, your work, your words. It's crazy. Can we get one more? Eight of Wands in reverse, yeah. Ooh. I also feel we got that Seven of Swords earlier because there's definitely something here about people taking what you do and acting like they came up with it on their own. And maybe that's a side message for some of you. Maybe some of you guys have been feeling that, as if people have been trying to mimic your essence a little bit. And what's funny is, you know, the devil, he can't do anything new. He can only mimic what God does with way less power and a dirty spin to it. And it's funny how there could be some people who are willing to sign their soul away for fame, for money, for notoriety, for all of these things. But all they can do is mimic what other people do. They can't really come up with something new, create something new. I mean, maybe they could if they put their faith in the right place. But you're not meant for phony spaces. You're not meant to be around people who can't do more than what they see other people do. But we're going to get into some advice. There wasn't a lot of cards for the second deck. The same cards just kept coming up, so I felt as if the message was the same. But we're going to get into one more tarot deck and just get one card to summarize it all. Can we get a card to summarize this reading for the collective? One card to summarize this. Thank you so much. One card. Summarize this reading. Thank you so much. The Six of Swords. I just heard that song from the Jeffersons, Moving On Up. You're moving on up. Whoever you are, you're moving straight into your purpose. Even if you don't know what that is or how it's going to come or in what way, you're moving towards something. You can feel this momentum within your soul as well, within your spirit. You could feel a lot of energy lately or feel motivated or feeling a little bit less stressful. Maybe you're crying a little less if you're someone who cries a lot, like we got that message earlier. Clarify the energy. Card. Thank you so much. You could be traveling a lot for work or for business. You got gratitude. I am thankful for this life and the opportunities that it presents. I'm telling you guys. You were hidden away for the right amount of time. And you're going to be so grateful for the journey to where you're going, because once you get there, you'll be able to look back and see how far you've come or see the treasures in it. You once again, your back is kind of turned. So I do feel you don't see this coming. You're just on your way. And you got your head bowed. You could be upset. You know, what's going on? But it's literally every moment of sadness or every moment where you feel as if you're so far from your dream, you're that much closer. God's really got you in this situation. Can we get another card for the collective to end this reading? Thank you so much. Got the tuberose. Dangerous pleasure. The secret of reaping the greatest fruitfulness and the greatest enjoyment from life is to live dangerously. Friedrich Nietzsche. So with this live dangerously, it's just honing in on the message I got earlier about you doing things different or away from traditions. And this has been coming up a lot, you know, not going the traditional route for your dreams, working way better for you and giving you so much more to work with as opposed to going the traditional route. You don't have to do things the way everybody else does them. And in fact, by deciding to go a different route, I'm thinking of that Robert Frost poem about the road untraveled, or the least traveled road. I might pin that in the description box. But you going a different way that might seem a little dangerous or seem silly or as if it's not going to reap the most rewards, it's going to reap the best rewards because you don't have to sell yourself to get those. This is pure enjoyment, pure gratitude. It's something priceless, something that you can't put a price on. Get another card for the collective. Thank you so much. Another card to end this reading. One card to add this to this message. Oh my gosh, I can't even talk. Okay, we got blessed change. It's that hangman energy again. A major life change brings you great blessings. You're going to have to think outside the box on this one, collective. That's what God or the divine is trying to show you. That's what they're trying to do. They're like, think outside the box. This way, there'll be no box. There'll be no restrictions. There'll be ultimate freedom because you don't have to answer to anyone but God. Literally, you won't have to answer to anyone but God. Blessed change and gratitude. You're going to be so grateful when you look back. And all those moments where you were being a little crybaby, you're going to laugh and be like, oh my gosh, really? I had all that anxiety for nothing because the universe had my back the entire time. We're going to tap into your sexual energy. We get a card for the collective. One card. Thank you so much. One card. Tap into their sexual energy. Whoever this resonates for. Thank you so much. Okay. We got the strength. You guys are really wrestling with your inner critic right now. Especially if it comes, sexual energy can sometimes translate into creative energy. When it comes to your creative projects or whatever you're working on, you're really wrangling with your own self-critic. And I feel as if it's happening because you haven't seen the result or the praise that you expect for something. But this is telling me that you are your biggest critic, sexually, intellectually, spiritually. You are very hard on yourself. You could be a perfectionist. But it's your imperfections that are going to be your strongest asset going forward. And it's actually going to bring in a solid community of people who can relate to that inner critic or relate to that struggle that you've been through. You have a lot of energy inside you. For some of you guys that are creative types, this you could transmute a lot of your sexual energy into your creative aspects or your creative projects. We're going to get one more card to finish this off. Can we get another card to finish this reading? Thank you so much. One card. Okay. There's something better. That's exactly what this reading has been. There's something better for you that is different than what you imagined. Purple and green could be significant colors. You could want to work on your heart chakra and your third eye. But this is a message from the divine that there's something better out there for you, that could seem a little dangerous, that could seem a little rocky, a little sketchy on this boat. You're like, where are we going? This boat is not very big. It's filling up with water, but it's exactly where you're supposed to be, because that's going to be where you shine. And that is your reading for today, guys, and I'll be back soon with another message. Toodaloo.